random fact of the day.
All right, we should be good now.
Okay, let me check.
Yep, double check.
Let me check my chiqueta.
Did you say
Double.
la chaqueta?
Yeah. Let me check my la chiqueta and my equipaje.
Yes, we are live. Yeah.
All right.
Yes, we're live. Good.
Yep, we're live, Dad.
We're live, Dad.
Hopefully, we stay live this
All right,
time.
Dad, we're
We're
live.
live. Stay alive. All right, good.
Good.
Good. So,
This is going great.
This is nice,
we had
guys.
a little screw up there. So
We got one guy watching, or that's probably me.
yeah.
The one guy.
For those who are about to tune in, real quick recap. This is the first ever Gravecast where we talk about random nonsense in the lateness of the hour.
Numero uno.
Yeah,
It's a little early for a Gravecast. We're gonna try to stay consistent with these. You can expect them around maybe 10 or 11. If we're feeling gutsy, maybe midnight. But
If.
we're a little early because one, I have to work. Two,
Unforeseen circumstances.
yes, unforeseen circumstances.
That is what it is.
So if
Now, let's also just say, just because it says Gravecast, it's not necessarily horror or anything like that.
We're not dead.
no,
Yeah.
yes, way to point that out. We are not dead.
We're just kind of like,
We're dead
it's
inside.
in the late night hours, and so
like the
we're kind of
graveyard
dead
shift.
inside. So yeah, exactly,
That's like the graveyard shift for
graveyard shift.
podcasting.
exactly.
So
Pretty much.
Just a bunch of working class men
I don't.
figuring things out.
So, if you don't have any plans this Saturday evening, if your date ditched you or you're working late, come hang out with your boys at Vault Media
We'll try to keep you entertained. Don't worry.
as long as possible.
As long as like my drink works.
I do have coffee
You have your coffee.
because I'm
Addicted.
I'm addicted.
He's addicted to
love.
caffeine.
I'm addicted to love.
Caffeine, it fills the cracks of the heart.
It's kind of scary to think about that, but yeah.
I don't mean that in the medical
so
sense.
Yeah, I hope not.
before we
No,
kind of
that'd be
get
bad.
on,
Off track.
before we kind of get on track, so let's get off track. I was talking to some guy at work, and he brought up something about coffee, and like, I haven't really looked it up yet, but like, apparently, in some, or I don't know like where exactly it's labeled this, but it's labeled I guess it's labeled a pesticide.
What
How
kind-
so?
Have you ever heard of that?
I've never heard of that.
I've never
That's
heard
a-
of that either.
Where do they use it as a pesticide?
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. I don't know if this guy is telling the truth or not, but supposedly
Okay.
coffee is considered a pesticide, and that it's actually poisonous to most animals,
Oh, okay.
and that like for whatever reason we're able to drink it, and like the poison doesn't do anything to us.
You
So
mean when
I
you
guess-
steep it or brew it?
Probably you gotta like do
Yeah,
something
I guess
to it.
both or whatever. So like, it's like the reason why we get like this quote unquote energy from it or whatever
Mm.
is it's like our body reacting to the poison.
Oh.
I don't know how true
I
this
don't know
is.
about that, but
It's an interesting thing if you find anything or maybe you see that I'm wrong and I'm a weak individual that, like with no mind, then let me know.
just go on the
But-
Googles.
Yeah, check it out. I gotta
It
check
will
it out
tell you.
later. But
That's-
that's something
I am gonna
I
read
feel
that
like
now.
you gotta really make it. They probably have it like super concentrated, and they're just like pouring it inside like areas that they think like they don't want bugs to come into.
Yeah,
It's gotta be.
That's the only thing. That's the only
concentrated.
thing I can think about. Like
They're
super
probably super
concentrated.
concentrating it.
yeah.
Like
It's
the
probably
point
not
where it
like-
is lethal
It's
to
probably
us.
not like that, where it's like like it's there, but it's not like you're not dying from it.
It's like a super like large dose.
Yeah, they're not doing some caramel macchiato. They just throw that in there and kind of go off the.
I mean,
off
if
the
you want
record.
that to be your last cup of coffee, I mean, go for it.
You'll probably die from the sugar rush, honestly.
Oh, easily.
I'm surprised I haven't.
Wow.
Sugar.
But
Well.
so anyways, like let's actually talk about what we were going to talk about now. Now that we're back live, hopefully we continue to be live.
Let's hope this time.
But
Things are starting to get kind of normal out there.
Yeah.
You know, we have concerts back finally.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
yeah, dude. So we actually just went and saw Mdu Mokhtar,
We did. And who was the other band? I don't remember.
and we saw Buddy Guy, who's a blues player.
Yeah.
Both great concerts.
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
But like the one that really stands out to me thus far is the Mdu Mokhtar.
I agree with you. I mean, let's face it, Buddy Guy is a legend. He's one of those guys you just have to see.
Oh yeah,
like on the list. But Mdu Mokhtar, I mean, it's like something I've never seen before.
Yeah, it's something different. That's what's really. That's why I like it. You know, like my dad and my brother. They're kind of like they're still in the whole like traditional music kind of like feel. Well, whatever Nicky feels is like the traditional, and whatever my dad feels is like. So they hear that, and they're kind of like they're not really hearing
digging it really.
Musical.
It's not hitting them. Yeah.
Yeah, but for me, I don't know. I get it. I like it. I'm really enjoying what I've been hearing.
It's an interesting.
I mean, no matter what you say about music, the only thing that matters is like, would you listen to it again? In my opinion.
Yeah,
pretty much. I feel like I don't really care what other people say really about like their music taste.
Exactly.
Like they're trying to tell me like don't listen to them. Like, but why though? Like if I like it, then like it shouldn't really affect
Yeah,
me,
exactly.
You know?
Like
right.
All the critics out there when it comes to music and everything. Yeah, it's great.
That's
It gives you
shit.
it gives
That's
you
the
insight on the artist, but then again, it all boils down to one thing when you hear a song. Would I listen to this again?
Do you vibe with it?
Yeah.
And then if it is, then that's it.
Just because I don't vibe with like most hip hop or whatever doesn't mean that you can't.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's
Or-
bad. It's
or
just
whatever
like it's just
country,
not something you vibe with.
Just because I'm not really into country doesn't mean that someone else can't be. Like
Exactly.
hey, that's why it's music. Like it's just
so many types out there. That's why you can
it's
choose.
whatever you like, man.
You can choose and pick.
So.
Pick and choose. So.
But anyways,
That's cool though.
back to him to Mdu Mokhtar, like. He's
For those who
basically
don't know, who is Mdu Mokhtar?
Yeah, so I'll say it again. Even though because we got cut off last time, hopefully it stays on now. But
Should be good.
he's the band is from Niger, in Africa, and they're from like they're literally like from like a small tribe. And I guess from what I've read and heard about him, like he basically built his own guitar out there. And like he was
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was really interested in it,
crazy.
and he wanted to like his family didn't really like they weren't really like supporting him like about it, like they didn't really want him playing music and all that. And so he kind of just like built his own, like just out of some whatever, he just makeshifted it. And then he finally got a real one, and like he never looked back. He's basically like an African, like a Niger Saharan Jimi Hendrix, basically.
That's exactly the vibe I was gonna say. I'm glad you said that.
And he's
To mean the way he improvises guitar, the way he plays, even. I mean, he has such a unique sound to him, and this to me that's what stood out about Mdu Mokhtar. The way he's hitting the guitar. It looks like he's just slapping it, and it's like he would not be accurate, but no, he was spot on with his notes. Just like he was using a pick, and that, to me, that's very impressive.
It's almost like he's playing bass, like with the finger, like instead of using a pick, he's just basically like using his fingers. Yeah, like plucking up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
When we saw, I was looking at his hand, and he was like, it looked like he was mainly like just finger picking, which is cool.
Was he like holding it like normally like a guitar?
Oh yeah, like
plucking it that way.
He was.
He wasn't like playing it like that.
Just
way.
like
just plucking it like
when he would do trills.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean when I say trills? Like, he's like
really fast,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of using a pick and doing that, he was just using his finger. Like, you know how like fast you are with your finger, like tapping the buttons. That's how he is, man. I was like,
crazy.
Holy
it's ridiculous,
smokes, dude.
Yeah.
This guy's
he does some crazy stuff.
No, you can see it in his music. His music's very out there.
Yeah. It is.
Good.
It's very unique.
It's just out there. For sure.
I remember you said earlier it's not for everyone, but
it's different. Yeah. It's different.
Yeah.
It's an acquired taste. Yeah, essentially.
Sure. I agree with that. Yeah.
But like, I feel like you gotta get I feel like most people haven't heard of him or even listened to his music. So once you listen to it, I think people will like it. I think it's something no one's like goes out of their way and just be like, let me just listen to some Mdu Mokhtar. It's not gonna be something you just gotta know about it or you don't.
Like I was telling Isaac earlier, he's actually been around for quite some time.
Really?
He's just kind of. It seems like he's starting to now, like within like the last year or two, starting to kind of gain some traction outside of, his town and like his country basically.
Nice. That's good. Good for him. Like it's working. People like him, so
it's awesome.
Hopefully it stays like that. So
yeah, like I said, like just I'll quit fanboying, but like it's a good band. It's definitely something I recommend checking.
Yeah,
definitely.
I think Mdu Mokhtar should be on a list of artists you should probably see.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It's an experience.
I actually liked him better than the main act there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what other concerts we got going on, right? Lollapalooza should be coming up.
Lollapalooza. I only want to go because of Metallica. That is the only reason why.
Yeah, I think they had some other bands too. But
yeah, they have other good ones there too.
Should we tell Sachin how much it is for the 4-day?
Dude, it's probably so much money.
It's $100 more than what we spent on Metallica tickets.
Oh my God.
Like $350.
I'm not expecting anything less though. But
I'll
at the
tell you
same
what,
time,
though,
that's
Sachin,
crazy.
I know it is a lot of money. But it's actually kind of it's actually not that bad. Like when you think about how many like acts are gonna be there.
Yeah, no, and you can like literally walk around and see all these acts. So it's definitely worth it. And if you know at least like a couple bands.
Yeah, I just never thought I'd ever want to go to Lollapalooza. It's just one of those things where it just never interested me.
I understand. Yeah,
but with Metallica there, it's like it immediately caught my interest.
It's a different level, definitely. I feel like they're trying to branch out a little more though. Nowadays, it's not just all pop and stuff.
That's the reason why I kind of strayed away from Lollapalooza because it's all mainstream music,
pop,
and I never got into mainstream music, and still to this day I really don't listen to mainstream music.
Know, just like anything, like as music changes, the like in the beginning, Lollapalooza was mainly like rock bands and whatnot, and then over time it became more hip hop and like I remember one time I saw the lineup and I saw like the Foo Fighters. I forget what other. It was like maybe one or two other bands, but then the rest were just like either bands or like artists that I've never heard of, and I was just like, what? I'm like, huh? It's just not something that like for me would be worth it. So that's what I've honestly I've never been to a Lollapalooza. One of these years I'll go.
Yeah, I've never.
But
been either.
This might be the year I actually bite the bullet and go because I will see Metallica.
Yeah, depends on when. Because if it's on that Thursday, I gotta work the next day. So
yeah, it's the only thing.
I'm kind of an old guy when it comes to that. I'll just like I'll be miserable. I'll be like,
it's not worth it.
I'll be a zombie the next day.
Yeah.
That is weird though. Seeing Metallica Lollapalooza.
I would have never expected that.
No, I wouldn't either.
Metallica and Lollapalooza, it just doesn't. It doesn't mesh well for me.
It doesn't.
Doesn't seem like somebody that would go to Lollapalooza. Right?
I wouldn't say I'm going to Lolla just to see Metallica. This is like.
I never thought that would happen.
It's different, yeah. But I think they're branching out because they need to start reaching more people. Maybe that's why. Maybe they're trying to reach new people.
I'm gonna say yes. Oh yeah, I'm reaching new people, but it's almost like
just advertising for them.
Even if you don't listen to them, you've probably heard of Metallica,
or at least a song. If you don't know the name, you've heard like a lick, you probably heard
a lick, or even that you've heard the name Metallica.
Definitely somewhere, sometime. Oh yeah.
So yeah, probably we'll go to Lolla for that.
I could totally see you go.
Like, and then what was the other festival you were talking about?
Louder Than Life or something like that.
Where's that at?
It's in Kentucky. I actually have the lineup right here, actually. And of course, I'm seeing Slipknot in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, you're saying about that, man.
Here it is. Louder Than Life, yeah. The main headliners are Bring Me the Horizon, 9 Inch Nails, Evanescence, Shinedown, Slipknot, Lamb of God, Rob Zombie, Kiss. Wow, Kiss.
Gonna be there?
Yep. Alice Cooper, Alice in Chains, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Incubus.
What's that middle band there? Is that Nonpoint?
I don't see.
No.
Mastodon? Dude, that's so cool. Ghostbane, I mean, don't care about that, but...
That's
9 Inch Nails.
Oh, 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never seen that logo before. That shows you how much I listen to 9 Inch Nails.
It would be so cool to see Kiss.
That would be cool.
Yeah, so that's in September, so I mean, we got some time before that.
Where is that? Oh, you said Tennessee?
No, Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Which,
nice.
I mean, it depends where it is. I mean, we went to Kentucky. It was like a 4-hour drive from here.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all.
That's cool.
But it is nice seeing these festivals come back and all these concerts again. Again, I mean, even though we're at the tail end of it, we are in the pandemic. So, I mean,
it's getting
use your discretion. You know, of course, if you want to go wear a mask, wear a mask. If not,
most of these places are optional anyway. So
yeah,
it's becoming more
it's like use your discretion if you want to go.
Essentially, definitely.
Oh no, Limp Bizkit's coming to the Hard Rock.
We just saw that too. Hard Rock Casino, dude. Hard Rock Casino is pretty cool, man.
It
I
is,
definitely
especially
gotta make it down there one of these days. just to go see something.
I'm
got
just
a lot
happy
of
I saw
bands.
Disturbed.
They got a lot of big bands coming through there, man. Like for just being out here, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I it was crazy thinking Disturbed was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you into that. It's crazy.
They had they have free shows there sometimes. They had that blues guy Kingfish, and he played 2 shows, and they were both just like
Dude, I would love to see Kingfish.
Like, yeah, man, that would have been awesome. I forget what I was doing those 2 days, but I couldn't do it. But yeah, those are it's definitely something to check out for sure. I gotta check out the lineup. I know they gotta have some kind of lineup right now for like the summer.
They probably do.
Oh yeah. And the cool thing about the Hard Rock is it's 10 minutes from my house, so
Yeah,
you're like right there.
we good.
literally.
But
That is
it is cool because the setup they have, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's not huge by any means,
Yeah,
but still, it's awesome.
like a nice little like House of Blues kind of style.
You know how where we went to see MD Mokhtar? It's
Yeah.
kind of like that.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
just a small little venue.
Yeah, very minimalistic, but still really, really cool.
Mosh pits.
Oh, you know that's gonna happen.
Oh yeah. Right on, man.
Right on.
I need to start looking at some more concerts here. I definitely want to go to more,
Yes.
but like sometimes it's hard to figure out like a day, like during the week, especially because you got to work the next day. So that's the only thing. Sometimes
Like I did with Buddy Guy.
Yeah. I'm just a wuss cake, dude. I'll admit it. I like I said, I'll be miserable the next day.
I mean, I still hate you, but I don't think you're a wuss cake.
Thanks, man.
Progress.
Has anybody said anything? Let's see. I don't think I saw any comments. Doesn't
No.
look like there's any comments over there.
No.
I don't know. But the other what we wanted to talk about some wrestling news, man.
Yeah, it was
great
professional wrestling.
Scott Hall passing away.
Dude, I was sad. We
yeah,
had
it's
Scott Hall and then
crazy.
Taylor
Yeah.
from Foo Fighters. It was freaking horrible.
Oh yeah, that too, man. But yeah, Scott Hall was he was known as Razor Ramon. He was like in the NWO with like Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Who else was in the NWO?
There was a
Wasn't
lot.
Sting, wasn't Sting in the NWO? For a
I
little
don't
bit?
remember if he was
Or
or
they
not.
tried to like recruit.
They
him or
tried to
something
recruit.
Like that.
That's when he did. That's when he turned into like the Crow Sting.
Yeah, X Pac.
Randy Savage was in there for a while.
Okay, yeah, I know there was. You know what? Too, let me look at. I know there was a ton of people.
Yeah, they recruited
Wasn't
a lot.
Buff Bagwell or something like
But
that?
wasn't
too?
the main three Hogan, Scott Hall, and who?
Kevin Nash for sure.
Those were the three at the fountain.
And then of course, I mean X Pac too.
Mm-hmm.
But let me see.
Yeah, I know Sting hated the NWO.
Yeah.
What was he part of? Like
Sting, he kind of did his own
He
thing.
just did his own thing.
Well, they all kind of got their. Well, I don't know if they all got their start there, but they were all big in like WCW.
Okay.
Actually, you can argue that the NWO is what put WCW, really above the WWF.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Because think about it, WCW kind of had the NWO era, where WWF had the Attitude Era.
Mm-hmm.
So you can kind of distinguish them by that. Like WCW, they had the NWO war and whatnot, which was pretty good. That's what really pushed them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
So according to,
crazy.
I'm using the greatest source ever, but according to Wikipedia,
Classic.
so you had Hulk Hogan. These are like the main members. So Hulk Hogan, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and then it says 6, and I believe that's X Pac.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, that's 6. He was called the 1-2-3 Kid at one point. So those were like the main guys.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I swear. Let me see. I swear there was more. Maybe not.
There's a bunch of them, not just.
Yeah, because I remember
Those
when
guys.
when they came out initially. I was looking at a video,
Mm.
and there was a bunch of people that came out. Like
Yeah, they recruited a
claiming,
lot of
like
people.
the NWO. But
You are.
yeah, that was pretty cool. I remember like when they came to like the WWF later on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go. So yeah, so they had Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Hulk Hogan. Those were like the 3 guys that were pretty much there like
Mm-hmm.
almost the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
I think Hulk Hogan had a little bit of like a falling out, like later on. But then they had Ted DiBiase. That was the $1 Million Man.
Yeah, the $1 Million Man.
Giant, the Big Show.
Okay.
Sting was in there for a little bit.
Oh, he was?
Huh.
Yeah. Kyle Petty. I don't even know. That's like an old NWO name.
Mm-hmm.
There was a guy named Vincent. Miss Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Randy Savage.
Randy Savage's girlfriend or whatever. Brian Knobs. I don't even know any of these names. Jerry Sags.
Jerry Sags? I know Sags.
that guy? I
Yeah.
don't remember that.
He was part of the Nasty Boys.
Oh, okay. Wow, there's a lot of names. Nick Patrick.
And Jerry
That's
Sags.
right. Eric Bischoff was
Never-
technically in there. Because like when they came to NWO, he basically became like one of their members.
Yeah.
Buff Bagwell, Mike Wall Street, Bubba Rogers, Scott Norton, Randy Savage, Dennis Rodman. What?
Really?
Dennis Rodman?
What was he? Oh, he must have just kind of had like a little like, stint like in the like special guest wrestling and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Conan. That was a pretty big name for a little bit.
Yeah, that was. I remember.
Kurt Hennig. I remember that name. Rick Rude.
Rick Rude, I know him.
That looks like that's.
I remember ECW had the Blue World Order. I remember that.
Yeah. Is that? I wonder. Yeah, that's gotta. Yeah, those had to be like people that were in there. Because then they got the rest of these guys. Like Dusty Rhodes wasn't a part of them for sure. And then neither was Bret Hart.
Oh, I remember when Bret Hart went to WCW.
Yeah.
I remember
That was after the Montreal screw job and all
the
that.
famous Montreal screw job, and it's a shame too because Bret Hart still to this day is probably my favorite wrestler. I remember him and Sting had a match, and Sting hated Bret Hart, like on stage, like stage.
Yeah, for stage.
Yeah, not in real life.
Did
I
I
don't
say
think.
Scott Steiner?
No.
But yeah,
yeah.
Sting
Scott Steiner
did
was
not
in
like Bret Hart, and then
Man.
when I saw them face each other, it's like, dude, I don't know who to pick because I love Sting. He's my favorite too. But then you have Bret Hart. Like Sting is still going, believe it or not. He's in an AEW.
How old is he?
I don't know how old he
old.
is, but he's in AEW now,
Yeah,
and I actually want an AEW Sting figure. That's the only figure I will buy from
I feel like people
AEW.
know him too. He's more like older.
The fact that I know the ones they have.
Dusty Rhodes was in there.
Oh, he was.
Yeah, it says that he joined on May 17th of 98 at Slamboree. Must have been like a pay-per-view at that time.
Yeah.
And then he left the group on November 30th of 98 on an episode of Nitro.
It's crazy.
Man.
Yeah. I know AEW has Sting and they have CM Punk. I think that's
I remember hearing about CM Punk.
Yeah, I think that's what, that was one of the big stars they got.
Yeah.
AEW?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, AEW is pretty cool.
I still have not checked it out, man.
They really tried to bring back like that old school feel, where like they used a lot of like the tables, ladders, and chairs and all that.
I still have yet to see AEW. Like, so you can watch it on TV.
Chris Jericho is on there.
Oh, I forgot about him. He's on there.
Okay.
Yeah. The Hardy Boys.
The Hardy Boys are on there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I remember Jeff left the WWE.
Or I might be thinking, was that AEW or was that TNA?
TNA, Jeff Hardy went to TNA.
That's probably what it was.
Yeah, I remember Jeff Hardy went to TNA, but Matt Hardy stayed with WWE, and then Jeff came back to WWE.
Yeah. Well, Matt Hardy's with Jeff Hardy again. I know that. Like,
no, Jeff Hardy left WWE.
No, I'm saying that Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy, they're both wrestling.
Yeah,
in
the Hardy Boys.
They're both wrestling in the same company now again, from what I remember.
Not that I read recently. Jeff Hardy left again.
Well, then I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I mean, it could be wrong, but I heard his contract expired and he left.
All I know, dude, is I saw this video not too long ago, and it had Matt Hardy and Sting, and they were fighting in this crowd, like at some stadium, and there was like two other guys. They were fighting on the lower level, and there's like a table, and one of the guys ends up on the table, and Sting looks down, and he gets up on the railing, and he jumps off the railing, like off the like from the crowd. and like lands on the guy on the table, and it's like, whoa, like it's so cool because it's bringing back. That's an old school wrestling feel, you know.
Especially seeing Jeff Hardy do his swanton bombs off those ladders, which was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. There was a lot. Or
a swanton bomb.
Or like Mick Foley jumping off the Hell in a Cell onto the table.
Mick Foley.
Like 4 cracked ribs, gets up smiling.
That man is a legend, Mick Foley.
Oh yeah,
the hardcore legend. Actually, if you're into wrestling too, you should definitely, one show I recommend to people is Dark Side of the Ring on Hulu.
What is that about?
It's a show behind the scenes of some of the wrestlers' lives. Like they have one on the Montreal Screwjob. Behind the scenes, what happened. They have the final days of Owen Hart. They have other wrestlers I didn't even know about. Like they had Bruiser Brody on there. The Ultimate Warrior, the Road Warriors they had on there. It shows like kind of how their lives were and how sad it was at some points.
Yeah, a lot of those guys in like the 80s especially.
Had a huge
They were on
problem.
It was a big cocaine problem.
Big payment problem because, they're traveling all the time. They really don't have time to see a doctor. And so what do? They self-medicate.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Hacksaw Jim Duggan was like one of the worst I remember hearing or something like that.
Yeah, he was nuts, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Or the Iron Sheik. You ever see the documentary on him?
I've heard about it. He's nuts.
Him and Jim Duggan were like buddies. Like they were doing a lot of that stuff.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah, man.
He's great. Another one. And Roddy Piper. Yeah, with the 2x4.
Yeah,
and you had Roddy Piper.
Yeah, Roddy Piper.
The Piper.
Sure. Piper's Pit.
Yeah, when they think they have the answer, I change the question.
Yeah. Sachin, did you ever watch any of that stuff?
Dude, I didn't watch wrestling.
Yeah.
Much. Wrestling's not in my wheelhouse, unfortunately. So I played a wrestling video game. That's the only reason I know these people.
I mean, you had some exposure to wrestling.
That's the only wrestling I know. The rest is just I just didn't watch it.
Didn't you come with us a couple times to go see WrestleMania?
No.
At my cousin's house? No, you never went with us?
I've never came to your cousin's house for that.
That might have been Victor.
Probably. It's probably maybe Victor.
Yeah,
Mick Foley.
Yeah, man. Mick Foley was
That's just again, I say that again because of WrestleMania when he faced Edge. Remember, he got speared through a table of fire.
Oh yeah,
that was nuts.
I didn't see it. I never watched pay-per-views growing up. We never paid for them.
Oh, we saw them all the time.
Yeah.
Me and my brother.
I might catch them like later on. Through ways that I will not talk about. But yeah. Definitely good stuff. Definitely good stuff.
I remember when I got that WWE 2K Battlegrounds, you and I played, and it's like 80% of those wrestlers, I'm like, who are these people?
Yeah.
The only one I did recognize was Samoa Joe. And I do like Samoa Joe because I remember him from TNA Impact. He's a really cool guy.
I heard the new game, they brought back like all the old school wrestlers.
I would consider that then.
The 22 one, right?
Mm-hmm.
The 22 one now?
Yeah. You got all the legends on
Really?
there. Yeah.
Man.
And then of course the new guys too, but
see, I heard Roman Reigns kind of put WWE back on the map or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I couldn't tell you too much about it.
I do know Roman Reigns. I know him.
Roman Reigns is probably one of their biggest names, and then I think there's that AJ Styles.
Yep.
Who's actually from the earlier days of wrestling too. But he's getting he's getting more popular now, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Roman Reigns is definitely one of the more popular ones. I actually, about the time I stopped watching, that was probably back in 2012, 2011, I believe, somewhere around there, somewhere within that time frame. But that was when he was with that. He was with that faction called, come on, man! It was just right on the tip of my tongue. Anyways, he was with this. It was Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and then there was one other guy, but they would go out and just beat up everybody. They basically were trying to be an NWO, The Shield. They were called the Shield.
That was them.
Yeah, and I think remember Ryback? Did you ever hear of
Yep.
Ryback? Ryback used to like have problems with them. They would come out and beat him up. Yeah, that was about the time I stopped watching because it was starting to
Believe it or
get
not,
a little boring. Like
there,
as
I
far as,
almost
like,
got the Royal Rumble this year only for one reason. Do you hear who was in the Royal Rumble?
no.
Johnny Knoxville.
Oh,
Really?
I did hear about that.
I really was this close to renting it just to see that.
You could probably find it on like YouTube or
Online,
something.
yeah.
Johnny Knoxville
That's kind
in
of
the
crazy.
Royal Rumble. That's insane.
Johnny Knoxville in wrestling in general. It's kind of a.
That doesn't surprise me. That'd be so. I
That's
mean,
something I could see.
he's
eventually
done a
do.
lot of insane
Random
things.
stuff,
So
yeah.
the fact that he would do that is not that far
That's
out there.
true. No, you're right. You're right.
Johnny Knoxville. I remember he said on Instagram, I love wrestling, but Vince, you don't have any real talent, you have to give me a shot.
Is that what Johnny Knoxville said?
Yeah, then
That's
he tipped some
hilarious.
wrestler over the ropes, and then they said, Johnny Knoxville is now qualified
Be a
to
wrestler.
participate in the Royal Rumble because all he had to do was tip someone over the ropes to prove he can do it.
That's not that bad. It's not a bad deal.
Johnny Knoxville.
That's crazy. I would not expect Johnny Knoxville to be.
What was that?
I would not expect that. I would expect it, but not expect it this time.
It's kind of like you don't expect
you're like, okay,
expect
cool.
it, but it's believable.
Yeah, you're like, I can see it. I can see it happen. I'm just interested to see how he will be wrestling. Like that's really what I'm interested in.
Me
at.
too. I'm
like,
curious
how does
how
he
he would-
wrestle? Like
How
if
would
throwing
he
someone
survive?
off the rope was the thing to get in, then like there's a lot more than that.
Johnny Knoxville. Makes me think, how long did he last?
That's true. That's true.
I would
I
imagine
don't-
not
probably not too
very long.
Yeah.
Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah.
Probably not super long, I would imagine.
He'd be
Johnny
around.
Knoxville's like a guy that we know. He probably would just like get beat up all the time and like just get back up and laugh
Wouldn't care.
and just like yeah.
I remember when he was in
he's not a very like
he's
he's a pretty limber guy, so he could take some damage.
he's
Oh,
not a sissy by any means.
No.
No.
I remember when he was a guest on SpongeBob, or he voiced
Yeah.
the character, the Drasticals. All the episodes
Yeah, that
still
was
cracks me
hilarious.
up.
That's one of the best
I don't think I
ones
remember
ever.
that.
Oh, that episode's hilarious, especially at the end when he's coming one way, the Gram's coming the other way. You see the guy
You
just
see him in the middle, yeah.
just dropping straight down.
I was like when I saw his name on that, I was like, wow, where's this even going? Like
You
where
knew
can
which one
this-
was him immediately.
Immediately, you could. He didn't even have to talk. You know. What
Well,
character
too,
this
I think his character's name was Johnny Krill.
Johnny. Yeah, Krill. Yeah,
It was
Krill.
Johnny Krill,
It was
Oh,
not
really?
Dead Ted, and
not
Grand
Dead
Mal
Ted.
Grant.
Yes,
The
hilarious.
Drastical
That was too funny of an episode.
extreme
That was
spots.
extreme spots.
Dude, every time I watch it, I don't care how old I am, I will laugh my ass off at that episode every
can't.
time.
You cannot. It was a out there episode for sure, but it was hilarious
It was pretty out there, yeah.
for SpongeBob at least. So that's saying something.
You seriously haven't seen that episode
I'd have to
with
see
the
it again.
Drasticals?
Is that like one of the older episodes?
And no, it's one of the.
No, like
newer
newer-ish
ones, yeah.
episodes, yeah. Newer-ish.
I actually watched the Patrick Star show again the other
I haven't
day.
even seen that yet.
It's
I
not.
remember you were saying it was pretty good.
I'll put it this way: it's not bad. It is pretty funny, but it's
It's
not
nothing close
SpongeBob.
to. It's nothing.
No,
close.
it's
yeah,
not. It's not
Yeah, I
SpongeBob.
would expect that.
although SpongeBob makes an appearance all the time in there.
Really, it's pretty much SpongeBob with Patrick focused on it.
Are
It's
they
just-
even doing SpongeBob anymore, or
I think-
are they
don't they
focusing
still make
more on?
episodes?
They
now?
still do here
But it's
and
like
there.
super like sparingly.
I wonder when they're actually gonna, stop making SpongeBob episodes.
Probably not gonna stop ever.
It'll be like The Simpsons. It's just gonna keep
It's
going
just gonna
and
keep
going.
on going, but it's not gonna be good anymore. It's just gonna be physically. They just need something. And
Yeah.
Is
It's
The
just-
Simpsons even going anymore, or did they stop?
No, I think they still are going, dude.
Wow.
What are they on? Like,
I don't know, but it's.
is it even like funny, or is it like the same as like, how SpongeBob is? Like it was better older time, like back in the day.
I mean, to
Like
me,
that.
seasons 1, 2, and 3. The first couple seasons were
Yeah.
the best to me with The
You
Simpsons.
got
Okay.
mail. What was
No,
that?
it's just kind of rerun of the same thing.
Well, a
over
lot of
and
people
around.
think I'm weird. I never got into Family Guy only because I grew up with The Simpsons.
The
So
Simpsons
Family
is
Guy, I'm not
classic.
saying Family Guy wasn't funny because some parts of it to me were funny, but I'm
Mhm.
biased because I didn't really watch it. But I found The Simpsons more funny because to me that's what I grew up with.
And the humor is just like the humor from back then.
Yeah, the
It's not-
humor is different.
Family Guy humor is very different.
It is. Don't get me
more
wrong.
raunchy.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, but
Simpsons is more like back then what was going on.
yeah, and it's almost like, people compare Peter to Homer. I still think Homer's more funny.
I think Homer has Peter's, I feel like it just hits you. Homer.
I'm not saying Peter's not funny because I think he is hilarious. Some
he's
episodes.
very straight. He's very direct.
Peter Griffin's just raunchy, man.
Yeah, he's just raunchy.
Family Guy's just real. I mean, Simpsons has got its moments too,
but it's not like 100% just hitting you.
Well, I feel like Family Guy has more shock value to it. Like, like,
Simpsons.
Did they really just do that? Yeah.
Simpsons got more like clever comedy.
You got to think about it a little bit, but it's still funny nonetheless. But definitely,
like I said, they got their moments.
Oh yeah,
they got their raunchy moments.
Both of those shows are very. Yeah, Simpsons can get really weird on you too.
I feel like their first couple seasons were a little more family
of The Simpsons
oriented.
I think it was more like
the first season. You can definitely watch that with your family.
It was more of a pilot anyway.
Yeah, the later episodes, no, you cannot.
It got very non-family friendly
really quickly.
Yeah,
I wonder if they ever fixed like the resolution on the first season of The Simpsons.
They
Disney
didn't.
Plus.
I don't think they
was,
did.
Like blown up. I remember there's like
that shocks me that The Simpsons is on Disney Plus. That
of all the places,
out of all the places where Disney is very
but I feel like
family friendly, it blew my mind that The Simpsons is on
like
there.
Everyone has Disney Plus nowadays too, so like I guess it's just another platform to them kind of show their content.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's random. Like Disney and like Simpsons.
It doesn't make sense to me. I did not see that coming.
I did not see that coming for sure.
Same. Oh boy, I just got like a chill. Anyways,
you're dying.
The same with whatchamacallit, like Marvel, like all the Marvel stuff being on Disney. I mean, I know they own it now, but it's just it's just kind of weird seeing it because Marvel was always its own thing.
Right, it just doesn't belong there.
And now it's bought out by a bigger company, and it's like it's underneath
it's just
publicity.
Their name. It's publicity.
If you think about it, Disney has made two of the smartest buys they probably ever made. They bought Star Wars and they bought Marvel. Probably the two biggest,
at least right now, two of the biggest.
Right now, yeah, probably the smartest purchase they've made by far.
Definitely.
Where Warner Brothers still has DC.
Yeah.
Which, don't get me wrong, DC is still behind Marvel in my opinion, but they do have a packed year coming out this year, DC.
Yeah,
so I am curious to see how their movies do. I mean, of course, us seeing the Batman, I'm biased, but to me, that was amazing.
I mean, yeah, and like give more Batman anyway.
It's actually right behind No Way Home. It actually might beat it if it keeps going the way it's going.
It could.
I don't expect it to be
No
Way Home. It very well could,
but Spider-Man's still up there.
I don't expect it to beat it, but I expect it to be like right underneath it.
It was
Spider-Man
good.
Was good.
It was good.
That was
good.
Both
were very good. So, like, what side do you like more, actiony or do you like dark? More darker side?
Well, I feel like the Batman was more of a detective kind of thing.
It was more like a detective / like dark humor kind of.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of. So it was It was essentially what Batman is. Like what you think Batman is.
Yeah.
Back in the cartoon days.
What was the humor?
Dark humor. Not like.
Yeah. Where was the humor at?
Here and there had little.
On Batman. Really?
Mm-hmm.
I did fall asleep.
That's not necessarily a good thing to say about it.
Nothing special there.
I'm not gonna lie. I did fall asleep like for a good 5 minutes or something.
That's when you missed it. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
It was very quick. It was like 1 or 2 lines and then it was gone. But
I know. Like at the end there, when they had like the Joker and the Riddler like laughing and all that.
Yeah, that's like one of them. Yeah.
Well, we don't know if that was or not.
I guess technically, yeah, you don't. But.
Well, I thought they released that like deleted scene or whatever, basically confirming that it's the Joker.
Yes, I have not watched that scene yet, though.
Like a lot of people are mad about it or something.
Well, I know Matt Reeves.
Oh,
I know Matt Reeves. He wants a trilogy, but again, it's up to Warner Brothers. Yeah, but if he does, he said his idea for the second movie will either be Mr. Freeze or the Court of Owls, which I'm praying it's the Court of Owls, but I wouldn't be mad about Mr. Freeze either. So
yeah, who knows? Where
that depends what Warner Brothers says, because again, it's Warner Brothers. They're kind of weird with their decision making.
Yeah, I think Marvel is probably going to throw something out before they do.
Doctor Strange looks good in the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah. That looks like a very good movie, so we'll see.
Actually does. I'm not gonna lie.
We'll see where they take that one.
I'm curious to see where they're gonna go with like Spider-Man and all that too.
Yeah.
Now that his best friends
isn't Morbius in the Spider-Man universe?
I think he is.
Morbius is in the Spider-Man universe.
Who's Morbius?
That movie coming out, that vampire movie.
Oh, okay.
By the way, I'm seeing that too.
That's coming out.
I don't think I've
soon.
ever seen
April
much on
Soon,
it.
yeah, it's like coming out like right around the
Let
corner.
me see. Let me just make sure.
Because I saw the commercial for that about a couple days ago and it looked pretty good. Honestly, I didn't really know who Morbius really was until like
I
a
knew
couple
who he was
months ago.
I knew he was when I looked him up because I've seen him on a couple.
He was like one of those characters. I never
Morbius,
thought
the Living
about.
Vampire.
Or someone.
April 1st, yeah, Morbius comes out.
Man. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna wait and see how people like it. I think it's gonna be one of those movies.
I still will probably see it because it
You're gonna
looks
see
good.
that day, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's in it? Or who plays him?
Jared Leto's playing Morbius.
Jared Leto.
Get out of here, really?
Okay. It's an interesting take, but it should be good. It should be good.
It looks good to me. It's like in the same universe as Venom and all that.
Yeah. And Venom was a good movie. So.
I finally saw Let There Be Carnage a couple months ago. I actually liked it. That was good. Let There Be Carnage.
I have not seen that.
That was a movie?
Yeah, Venom, Let There Be Carnage.
Oh, that was the second one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see it yet.
I have not seen that.
I want to see it. I just never,
Definitely see it. It was good.
I
Dude.
never got around to it, like when it was in theaters, because, well, of everything going on, I don't even think the theaters were really open
Honestly,
over here.
No,
yeah.
not
You
really.
probably didn't even know about it. Really, they didn't
Yeah.
really advertise much at all. For that
Yeah,
one.
Makes me think if Tom Hardy's gonna stay his role as Venom, and what do they have planned for Venom?
Yeah, I think it'll probably depend on how the second movie looked. Like I guess how people thought of the second movie.
yeah, how it did and whatnot.
Yeah.
And how it did and kind of.
From what I heard, it did
Yeah.
all right.
Okay. Not
Yeah.
was it better than the first one, or was it still kind
No,
of?
I think the first one still did
First
better.
one's the best. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
but it was. I thought Venom was cool. I mean,
Oh, yeah. I
there
like
was
the
mixed
first
things
movie.
about it,
Mhm.
but to me, I thought Venom was pretty cool.
The first movie was very well done, so I really.
And see, some people don't like Venom. They said it wasn't done done,
right.
really.
Huh. Okay,
But then again, you're always gonna have people that say, "Oh, this wasn't done right. This wasn't done right."
You're
I
always gonna
say,
have
be
someone.
your own critic. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Wasn't
Do
the
you like it or not?
didn't the original Venom like need to continuously eat, otherwise it would die?
Yeah, they kept that part. You know, a symbiote,
Mhm.
they have to continuously eat or something. I mean, don't quote me on this. Fernando's would be the best guy to ask about
No,
this.
but like they would eat humans.
yes, they would.
Because in
Mhm.
Venom, in the first Venom, I know they kind of like, he was eating like tater tots and like
And chocolate.
chocolate
Chocolate,
and like
yeah, pizza. I think he was eating
chicken
one-
or
one-
what was the, what did he do? He was trying to eat the fish out of the.
He ate a live
Yeah.
lobster.
Or the lobster.
Yeah.
I remember when he bit the steak and he's like, "This is dead,
I can't-
dead."
Because I remember there used to be a game called Spider-Man's Ultimate
Marvel
Or-
Ultimate.
no, I'm sorry, I got the wrong game. Ultimate Spider-Man. It
Mhm.
was on the PlayStation 2.
Oh, I
And
remember that
there was
game.
there was a mission where you were playing as Venom, and you had to follow somebody. It was like one of those like race or like keep up with the other superhero
Mhm,
type of thing.
mhm.
And but like while you're chasing the superhero, you're also like
Eating things?
you're like running low on health.
Oh,
Your health is depleting as you're moving, so
yeah.
you have to constantly eat people
while you're running. and
while
chasing
you're
after
running
them.
and trying to
Man,
keep up with this
That's
character.
intense.
Yeah.
It's too much to do at once.
I don't think I ever beat it, so like
I wouldn't expect you to. Honestly.
I was
couldn't
terrible
beat
at
that.
games. I mean, I still am, but especially back then, they had there was that, and then I remember there was another mission where you were like fighting Wolverine.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be kind of.
That had to be tough.
Yeah, because
Oh
you
my
would try to eat him.
You're trying to eat him?
You would try to eat him,
I guess,
and
yeah.
he would like pull out his claws,
Scrape you.
and then you'd like
Stop.
regurgitate him.
What a game. What a game.
But those were fun. That was a fun game. They had like all the old Spider-Man characters in there.
Mhm.
All the
I think
they even
Doctor
had some
Strange
Avengers-
was even in a Spider-Man episode.
Oh, of that game?
No, in like the series, the '90s cartoon.
okay.
Oh, the 90s, huh?
Huh.
Yeah,
okay.
'90s cartoons. Doctor Strange was in an episode.
See, and I had never really heard of Doctor Strange until they made the
Movie film.
the Avengers movies.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Or was it what came first? Was he in the Avengers movie or was he in Doctor Strange?
He was in Doctor Strange.
Okay,
first.
so yeah, that's where I saw it then. But before that, I never even had heard of him.
Yeah, it seems like he has so much power. He's like so powerful, and like we still never heard.
Yeah.
Of him. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like
They really made him
he's
out to be like the
literally,
guy.
like one of the most important superheroes.
Yeah, he can literally change how everything goes.
Reality and all
He's the
that.
guy. So
Yep.
I'm amazed. Like we didn't really hear much about him honestly till the movie.
Still, though, it
It was a great movie,
was
nonetheless.
a good movie. Yeah.
Nonetheless, great movie.
Either way, we talked about it in the last stream. This year is a really good year for Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
DC, Marvel, no matter what you're a fan of, I mean, you have a pretty packed year.
You have something.
Harry Potter, dude.
Harry Potter,
like,
dude.
There's stuff going on with that.
Yeah, even
They're making a
that.
new game for that. That'd be kinda
Really?
cool. They're making a new Harry Potter game for the PlayStation.
Still have never seen Harry Potter.
They've never we need like a new Harry Potter game. Like I'm happy they're making.
Still have
one.
never seen Harry Potter.
Really?
Like a Harry Potter game?
Like
or
straight up like a
a
RPG Harry Potter game.
Okay.
That would be
So
very
it
pretty
was
cool.
I saw like the video like they put out a it's a gameplay for it. It was kind of cool.
Really?
It's like just an open world game essentially, and you're just kind of doing your thing. But it's good. It looks good. So we'll see.
That's interesting. I might have to try that.
The last
pick
one was
that
like PS2 was the last Harry Potter game that ever came out. So it's been a while. It's been a minute. So
up. Yeah, I know they were making like the video game, like the movie games.
Oh, okay.
You know, like it was like Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah.
Oh, just kind of going down the line
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
those
Okay.
games.
Half Blood Prince. You know,
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
making those games.
Yeah.
I don't know if they did it for like the later movies, but I know like the original ones. Like I had the Sorcerer's Stone.
First
Uh,
one.
There
I
was
know
a
my
Chamber
cousin-
of Secrets.
My cousin had the
Chamber.
Chamber of Secrets, and then I had what was the Prisoner of Azkaban that came out
half-
that came out on the PS2.
And then there's the Goblet of Fire.
Goblet of Fire. Yeah.
That was a game. That might have
That
been
was a
like,
book, but I don't
What
know
about-
if they ever changed it.
Well,
to a
no,
game.
I'm talking about the video games, like
Yeah,
because
they
they were
may
making
have.
they were making the video games
Yeah,
for all the
in the
movies,
beginning.
but
I remember the Sorcerer's Stone one. That was
that was
that was
fun,
really
dude.
classic. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a classic one.
That was fun.
That's a good game. Yeah, Isaac, you gotta see Harry Potter. I'm telling you, it's good. It's not like there are people out there that don't like it. I feel like give it a chance. It's one of those things.
I will give it a chance, yes.
And that's really all I can say. Just give it a chance. See how you like it.
I will give it a chance when I find
So-
time to watch it.
Yeah, they are pretty long movies though.
When?
They are.
Whenever. Well, let's just see. Let's just keep going for a little bit. See what
Okay.
happens. Unless I mean, now you kind of like broke the vibe.
Good job.
No,
Episode.
no, I just didn't know.
No, I know we got to.
No, we understand.
Though.
Yeah.
But
duties. But yeah.
let's get back on. We kind of touched on Scott Hall.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I definitely remember him growing up, like the not so much like with no actually yeah. I do remember him in the NWO because I slightly remember watching WCW as a young kid. I just remember he would come out with the toothpick.
Yeah.
He'd flick it
That
at
was
the
cool.
camera, dude. And that was kind of like his part of his persona.
Signature thing.
Yeah, like that was just something that I always expected him to do. Yeah, man,
Nice.
it was cool.
Yeah.
That was a different. That was the like the powerhouse time in wrestling. I think where like you had like almost everybody was a big name. You know.
I fully agree.
Yeah, man. Good times.
Too bad we're not going to get those times back, really.
Well, you
Although
know, they're
AEW
older.
is trying to
I mean,
kind of
just
recreate
changes,
that,
who knows,
yeah.
Look at
I don't know. You know, every now and then I think to myself, you know what? Like it'd be kind of cool to get back into it just to see what's going on. But I don't know. It's not something I really want to like commit to. Like I got all this other stuff going on now. Just as far as work and like this kind of stuff, just like my other hobbies.
Yeah.
Like I don't really. I don't.
I don't think I
find
have
it to
room
be,
to
like,
pick up.
worth picking me up.
I don't think I have room to pick up another hobby, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, just and not even just hobbies, but just like things that I like watching. Like it just not. It's not something like that's on my mind. Like like I should definitely pick this up. But I don't know. Maybe one of these days. Because I've been here, like I said, I heard a lot of good stuff about the AEW wrestling. And
I am curious to check that out.
yeah,
AEW.
but we'll see.
Yes, we shall see.
But
One
yeah,
of those
man.
things.
I think we could end it here if you guys want.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, because
Thanks for tuning in to the first ever Gravecast.
yes,
Yes, thank you.
thank you very much. We love
We
you.
will try to stay consistent with these as best we can.
We hope to see you guys in the comments. If you haven't during the live stream, maybe after, you could tell us, maybe
Your
maybe you
favorite
have something
wrestler.
good to say, or maybe you have something bad to say to us. Just say anything. we want to hear what you got
If
to
it's
say.
good, we'll keep it. If it's bad, just go Stysic. So it's fine. No worries.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah.
All right,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you. And we will catch you next time.
Shut it off.
Shuts it offs.
Noise.
Noise.
Noise. Cool.